Right. What's up, everybody?
What
Welcome back. It's a wake and bake version of Stir the Pot. Today is Thursday, March 11th. And my name is Greno. We are powered by Stables Media, as always. And I got a really cool guest from the house today. His name is Mr. Eric Estrada. Eric is a bud tender over at Cannabicare, also just a cannabis enthusiast and a knowledge hound. So, yeah, Eric, what's going on, man? How are you?
Shit, feeling good, man. Just here at the house, waking up, like you said, getting the day started and get ready for work in a couple.
Nice, man. Gonna go treat the people of Colorado Springs in the wonderful manner that you always do with your knowledge and your expertise. But before we get into all that, my friend, let's just start out. Let the people know the first time that you ever experienced cannabis.
The first time that I remember experiencing cannabis was at a friend's house outside a party, man. We were all in the driveway and everybody was standing in a circle and I seen them passing around something. I was like, what is that? You know, I was probably a freshman in high school. Kind of knew what it was, but then when I hit it, I was like, all right, wait a minute, this isn't right. Like, it was something wrong. Immediately I felt an effect. Like, I didn't know if that was the way weed was supposed to make me feel or anything, but they said, no, that's wet. They dipped it in something. It was a bad experience, my first experience, man.
Oh,
yeah, they dipped it in what they call it wet, basically, I guess formaldehyde. And yeah, it's kind of crazy, but that kind of steered me away from it for the rest of high school. And it wasn't until I started working for the shoe store Journeys that some of my friends from there got me introduced to it again, and in a better way, more natural way, you know.
That's interesting because it's good that you were open to come back to it because a lot of people might have never messed with it again.
Scared the shit out of me, man. It really did. Not gonna lie, I don't think I was supposed to feel like that at all. But like I said, I came back to it and then started experiencing the right way, man. Just some good old green, and haven't stopped since. I was about 20 years old, and I've been smoking every day since.
So it's one of those things that really changed a lot for you, huh? Just was it your outlook that changed, or just your whole perspective, or did that kind of just evolve through smoking, over time?
I got comfortable because I started smoking with my cousin. My cousin Adam moved in with me, and we were at this house, and it had a shed in the back. It's like a 12 by 20 shed, and I would see him like the first couple of weeks we lived there. He was going out there, and he never invited me. I guess he didn't think I was into it or whatever. And I said, "What's up, man? You gonna invite me out there or what?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you smoked." And I was like, "Well, shit, let's go." So I started smoking with him every night, and then shit, laughing my ass off to Robot Chicken or whatever was on TV, and just eating. And that experience with the family was really cool, you know.
Absolutely.
But
yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things too where you develop a fellowship with the people that you smoke with. It's like a brotherhood, sisterhood. It's just that commonality, and you just have those times, like you said, where it's just those moments where you can't stop laughing sometimes, and smile ear to ear, and just good times, and good experiences. And you don't lose those times, it's one of those things that even 20, 30 years into using cannabis myself, I still have those moments, and with people and that fellowship and stuff. It's great. What are you puffing on right there, my friend?
Oh man, this is a little Lamoon cake from Seed and Smith, actually. Little hybrid action. It's really nice. Yeah, nice. Man, just a really good just a really good creative high. I don't know. I can't stop my mind's kind of racing right now on what to how to describe it.
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes. Definitely,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. So let's talk a little bit about your professional experience in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
I know that you're a bud tender over at Cannabicare,
Mhm.
um, and yeah. So how long have you been doing the bud tending thing? Has that been your only job in the industry?
So I'm coming up on a year bud tending. Next month will be my year anniversary. Uh,
Congratulations, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, cool. It went by super fast, man. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Before that, I was out at a farm out east growing hemp, and I was there for about a year, a little over a year, about a year and a few months, and greenhouse grow. Um, Real labor intensive, outdoor, of course. You know,
Yeah.
very intensive. We had over 5,000 plants, I think, at a time that we were tending to. Um, that got me, hungry for it. Stepping in and learning from basically the ground, literally up. I actually helped him build the greenhouse that we grew in, from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, helped him pull the tarp on and everything. So that was a big deal. Got me loving it. I'm a real hard worker. I'm never afraid of busting ass and doing some hard work. So I like have a knack for wanting to help people more though. So coming into Cannabicare where I was shopping and then getting hooked up with a job there, I mean, that was just perfect. It was everything just lined up perfectly. And I couldn't be more grateful. So
Yeah, it's a Cannabicare is a really nice facility. If people don't know, it's a medical marijuana facility on the east side of Colorado Springs.
mhm.
Uh, for those of you that have medical cards that haven't been out there, man, you got to come check it out. It's a great spot. Great medicine, knowledgeable bud tenders. You got Sarah on the back end growing. Hey, what's up, Sarah?
What up, Seth? Salad.
Girl, my coworker, and Mark, running the show, and then of course the owners as well. Just a fantastic ensemble. Talk about what it's like just to work like a day there with just interacting with patients and coworkers. Virgil's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
talk about it.
all the coworkers are great people, man. They really are. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people through the years, a lot of different people from all over the country, and everybody here makes us feel at home. The vibes are good. The energy is up. Um, I don't. I think we try to adjust to the patient. We're never too much or never not enough. I think we kind of, read the room, feel the energy, and kind of help people out as best as we can. I know that's my goal, and that's what I do every day. Is just I, I try to make them feel comfortable and wanting to come back to get their medicine here because you can get it from a lot of different places. There's the same products we sell. They sell all over town, but I mean, who you're getting it from and the experience you have there is what you remember. So I try to make that memorable for everyone.
Well, I think all of you guys do an amazing job. Just sitting out in the break, out in the bud room on my breaks and like hearing the interaction that goes on, and like, I mean, you guys, the product knowledge is second to none, and then just the stuff that you guys carry, there, the medicine, and then all the edibles and other products that you guys have. I mean, it's a pretty amazing variety.
Yeah, it really is. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Virgil does a great job of ordering, and um, we do a great job of moving things around. And the bud is coming out looking great. I mean, that Queen of the South she pulled out the other day was looking badass. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
and that shit.
It's amazing. These harvests seem to be getting better with every turn, and yeah, Sarah's just passionate, about it. The grow team, it's just three of us, so it's a small tight knit group, but it's so fun. I love that environment, and I just want to thank you guys because we do our part, we do what we can on the back end, but you guys. I mean, that product's slides right out so smooth, and people got smiles on their faces, and they're happy, and they get what they want. It's like you got the variety, and some amazing strains. Like, what are some of your favorite strains that you like that we grow?
Oh man, of course the wedding cake. You know, everybody talks about that. That's everybody's favorite. Always consistently good. Um, that twisted velvet. I don't know,
Yeah,
it's underrated.
yeah.
As well as raspberry licorice for those that like flavor
Ooh,
and tasty. I mean, some tasty strength there. You know, the Kilimanjaro that comes out on the sativa side, banger. Casey Jones, always a good one.
oh yes.
Um, some of that strawberry cough that's been coming out lately was also great. So
Al Cushman.
yeah, man, it's been all fucking really good. I've been enjoying it all. The communication has picked up ever since I started there. I can tell that. I mean, since you came along as well, Glenn, and you know, Sarah's been talking, you know, more, and we've all been kind of just
Yeah.
sharing thoughts and stuff, and you know, all that helps. And all that helps the store grow and become, you know, us become better, and we can serve the community better. And
I'm
that's
glad you mentioned that. I really appreciate you saying that. And so, like for you doing this a year now, it's like you experience a lot. And people don't really understand that it's a job. It's like all aspects. It's like even watering the plants to tending the plants to the bud tending aspect, all that. It's a job. What
Mhm.
do you like the most about it?
um, to me, it's sales. I have 12 years experience in sales.
Okay.
I was always driven by high volume sales. When we push out a $10,000+ day, that excites me because we're constantly busy. I mean, them shelves got to stay restocked. Stuff has to be clean. You know, no
Yeah,
patient wants to come in and shop after somebody that's left a mess, or whatever the case may be. After we've left a mess or whatever.
sure.
I like the sales aspect of it, and I think that's where I fit just perfectly there. From my, personally speaking. Um, Yeah, that's what drives me and gets me up in the morning. Dollars.
And you guys got a big day coming up next month.
Oh yeah, 420 coming up. Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
I'm
So
excited. We're gonna have a special 420 show. Maybe even might even try and do it live from a
I
dispensary,
should, man. That'd be
right?
bad. Hopefully we'll have a line. Shit,
Oh, you
people
guys will be stacked. Like you guys are gonna be.
all
It's
hands on.
amazing what happens. Cannabicare is one of these dispensaries that has a lot of dedicated folks, uh, a lot of return patients, people that only go there to a large degree, and so yeah, I mean that says a lot about what you guys do out there on the front end side, and then obviously it speaks to the product and quality of everything that's going on. Hey, just so everyone knows, you guys are tuned in to Stir the Pot. I'm hanging out with Mr. Eric Estrada, the one, the only. Do you know the other Eric Estrada? Have you ever?
Do I?
Because y'all are like, I mean, he was a pretty popular guy with the ladies in the
Yeah,
70s
yeah.
on, man. From
Punch, punch. Shout out Punch, man. I mean, everywhere I'd go, they'd be like, "Where's your motorcycle?" Like, "Where's John?" Whatever.
well, you take
Yeah.
it with grace. I can already see that you embrace that. It's one of those things that, a certain name or something like, hey, you got to go with the flow. So,
It's,
man, that's awesome. That's
it
it.
makes, yeah.
You could use that. Like, if you were a grower, you could come up with your own strain that was like, you know, uh, Punch and Judy or something. I don't know.
Uh,
Punch is punch or something like that. But yeah, you guys were tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Stir the Pot, powered by Staples Media. This is a special show, Wake and Bake on a Thursday with
yeah.
a coworker who's a dope guy. We want to show off your sweater there too, or your hoodie.
Oh, just a little cookies hoodie. I was kind of cold. I'm sitting here by the window, so
So cookies, did you go up to the cookie store up there in Denver?
no, no, I haven't gone up there yet. No, not a. I don't know. I like the weed we got around here so far. If I ever find myself up there, maybe I'll stop in if the line's not too long or whatever.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
they're wreck too, so it's like the prices are going to be, ridiculous.
Astronomical. Yeah. So
Come on, $80 eighths or something like. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yeah. But yeah, guys, we're having a good time hanging out. Eric's smoking on some what strain was it already? I forgot.
The moon cake.
Moon cake from the Seed and Smith. We like a lot of different brands, a lot of different strains. Most of our stuff is in-house. How do you feel about like having, some of the other stuff? Is it offer more variety for, not only for the patients, but for the bud tenders and everyone that works there too?
Oh, absolutely. I love having a variety of products. Everybody likes to get their medicine in a different way. So the fact that we can accommodate for that, it just makes me feel like a more rounded bud tender, more rounded, more able to do my job in a way that like people will appreciate. People appreciate options and choices, and when you slow down and take the time to explain to them, okay, this may not be what you need. This might be too much. This might be, too much THC for you at the time. So, we'll talk about it. And I love doing that stuff, and I love helping people out because cannabis. I mean, the shit really helps me. It's helped me for years. Over 17 years, I've been smoking almost every single day, and I have no regrets about it. Like this
Yeah,
this is what I enjoy. This is what I love, and I can't see my life like not entertaining it anymore. So, hence I
absolutely.
moved here. I'm from Texas. Shout out H Town. Um, and like I said, a lot of my cousins back home, they're gonna they already wish they were doing what we're doing here. Doing it legally. And
Yeah, no, there's folks all over the country, like we were talking about earlier, Eric, that wish they had the opportunity to be, get a chance to work in the industry, and there's so many different jobs too, man. It's crazy. It's growing, all the time, and it's not just, you got processing companies, you got, extracting companies, you got edible companies, and so many jobs within all these different companies as well. And so as that continues to grow, I mean, how do you see the future of cannabis? I mean, do you see it just expanding to most of the states? What do you think the medical future is? I guess is the question I really want to ask, because a lot of people feel like as recreational, gains more traction in all these states, that medical is going to become irrelevant. I hope not, because I think medical is the way to go. I've been a medical patient myself for 10 years. What are your feelings on that?
I think it absolutely every state needs both. I think they need both. I have patients that use it just strictly medically, don't even want to feel the effects of THC. So we give them THCA, and then I have patients that are using it recreationally. Let's be honest. So I mean, I think the industry is only going to become way bigger than it already is. We're only 10 years in, I believe, legally here.
Mhm.
Imagine the first 10 years of the alcohol industry or the automobile industry, and how big it's become since. So this industry is only going to grow and grow and become one of the biggest industries out there, hands down. I believe that firmly.
Absolutely. I mean, year by year, we're seeing, states, so like look at Mississippi. You're getting more states that are jumping on board. South Dakota, the Dakotas, like more states that we thought would take years, for them to jump on board and to
Mhm.
be a part of it. But, let's be honest, they're seeing the money, and they're seeing, the difference that it can make in some of like Colorado. It's made a tremendous difference. It's provided so much money, for who knows completely where that money goes.
Yeah, I don't know if any can't speak on that much, but hopefully,
But it's going somewhere, and hopefully it's going to the right places. As industry workers, that's all we can hope for, and we can only keep an eye so much on, legislation, things like that. You know what I mean? It's like we're out there we're in the trenches,
yeah.
doing the work that needs to be done for people. And yeah, man, hopefully like your brother, your cousins and friends and everybody in Texas and everybody will be able to, experience that, because I know for them it's a tremendous strain,
Mhm.
on you know, and you have a lot of people unnecessarily put in jail and fined, and
Yeah.
a lot of red tape that happens because of, you know, marijuana not being legal in places. I want to kind of brush back to something you said earlier about recreational and medical. I think it's important for people to make the distinction. I mean, you and I do, and people in the industry and people that are sophisticated cannabis users do, but I don't think people understand that we use it recreationally and medically, at both, depending on how we're using it and when we're using it.
I'm a responsible adult. I feel like I should be able to, you know, put into my body what I choose, and I choose to use something that's natural like cannabis, and I'm not harming anybody else. You know, I don't feel like anybody should have the right to tell somebody that, hey, you can't use that. But we'll go ahead and sell you some cigarettes and alcohol though if you want. You know.
Exactly. Well, and it's been, you know, they've done studies and a lot of, you know, documentation about, you know, crime going down when cannabis use is up and things like that. Whereas with alcohol and stuff, we know just the opposite. You know, it's a sometimes it makes the violence worse, you know, and makes situations you know, pretty intolerable for folks. So cannabis is something that I think brings people together, you
Mhm.
know, and so man, I applaud you for being on the front lines, and especially Eric, like you've been doing this in a time of COVID. So
Oh,
talk about some of the challenges that that's brought. Again, like, you know, having to deal with the public, and again, you know, people are abiding by the mask, you know, everything that they need to do, but it still can be a little bit uncomfortable and disconcerting. How have you maneuvered through that? Because you've been doing basically the whole time. You know, you're coming up on your year, so that's basically all of COVID so
yeah.
far.
True, true. I started right in the middle of the pandemic. There was a couple of my coworkers that were on leave because, you know, they were kind of concerned, and I understand their concerns. And, you know, they may live with, you know, people or something that are at high risk. And
Absolutely.
I couldn't agree with them more on their choices to do that. You know, they're free to do that. I'm a pretty healthy guy. I feel like I take care of myself, and my immune system's pretty up. So I felt confident to work around people that you know, were coming in and a little nervous or shy about it, you know, and if they can um, come and be served by me who's confident and is not afraid, you know, I feel like it only helps their situation more. So again, I just want to help the people. And if I got to put myself at a little bit more risk, I mean, we put ourselves at risk every day, let's face it, you know,
Yeah.
anything could happen crossing the street, you know, what, I don't want to hide and shy away from doing what I feel like I'm here to do, and which is make money, help my family, you know, put food on the table, pay my bills, and you know, and do that thing. So I I don't mind it so much. I'll be there 7 days a week if they let me
Hmm.
serving people, you know, their medical.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we're kind of at the point right now. Eric, you guys are watching Stir the Pot. My name is Greno. His name is Eric Estrada. Don't,
Yeah.
don't call him Ponch.
Right. Right.
He's the younger, better looking version. But Eric, do you want to give out any shout outs to homies or coworkers, friends, family, anything like that?
I'd be here for days, Glenn. I'd be here
Yeah,
for
that's
days.
okay. Yeah,
They
you
know who
know,
they are. They know who they are. They know who I'm talking to. They know who's enthusiast of what I'm an enthusiast of. And when they see this, they'll know who I'm talking to.
yeah, and
But
hopefully
shout
some.
out to my mom always first and foremost. So, and shout out to my wife Allison. So, those two.
Fantastic. Hey, the women in your life, man, they're always first and foremost, just like for me, my friend.
They hold me up.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Um, all right, so yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. We could talk about. Oh yeah, I do want to do because we have a little ticker at the bottom, and we've been letting people know, you know, that you're, you know, on the show, and I wanted to just take a minute. This show is dedicated to the memory of Donna Quinones and Gino Russo. Donna left this earth 3 years ago. It'll be Saturday, the 3-year anniversary. Wonderful person. So blessed to know her. We lost her from cancer. And Donna is just a wonderful person, a wonderful sense of humor, and just a great person. So I want to celebrate her today, dedicate the show to her, and also to Gino Russo, who Tony Russo is the founder of Stables Media. And I want to give out a shout out to their family. They lost their dad, Gino, on Saturday. He had a stroke last week, and so he's in a better place. So just want to do a quick bit of shouting out and love and care to those families. Also to Daniel and Chelsea. That's the family of Donna. So yeah, I love you guys. You guys make all this possible. Great guests like Eric Estrada. We couldn't do it without you. Yeah, that's kind of just wanted to shout out, get a little bit of heavy there.
Yeah.
But we'll end it light. Eric, what have you been listening to music-wise? Are you a big music guy?
Hell yeah. I wake up with music in my ear and go to sleep with music in my ear.
What's on heavy rotation right now? Just give me, 2 or 3.
Man, it's probably been Lil Wayne I've been listening to a lot. He's our generation back, started a long time ago, but he's still putting out music. So I've been listening to Lil Wayne a lot. The Baby, Drake put a few new songs out.
Okay.
Just some good vibe stuff and some little Weezy action.
And then what about your sports teams? Are you a big sport? I know you got an Astros cap on there.
Mm-hmm.
So a baseball guy. What about football? Any of the other sports?
Yeah, I grew up, born and raised a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
So I just saw Dak signed a new contract, and that was pretty big. So we're looking forward to have Dak, lead the team, and I like watching the football mostly. Watching. I grew up playing baseball from 3 years old all the way through high school, and baseball is my first love actually. So I always going to the games as opposed to watching them on TV. It's a little bit slow on TV, of course, but
oh no, there's nothing like going to games. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, being there in the stands.
And just so people know, the combination of cannabis with the live baseball is just, there's nothing like it. I know it doesn't get said a lot, but let's be real. That experience is second to none. Walking into the stadium all high, and, oh man, right?
Yeah. And I wish, looking back on it, we drank beer a lot in high school on the baseball team, and I wish we would have probably smoked a little more.
Right?
Yeah, we might not have been so lazy. Oh, I don't know if we'd have been less lazy, but shit. Anyway, shout out to that baseball team too.
I got spoiled too because I lived in the Bay Area, so I got to go to Pac Bell. It was called back then. I guess I don't know what it is now.
Barry Bonds?
Yeah. So I went to that. That's an amazing stadium. And then I'm from San Diego, so I got to go to Petco a few times. And then I'll be honest, even the Oakland Coliseum, man, I like the A's and the Padres. Just going to that stadium. I mean, it's a challenging neighborhood, but a pretty decent place to go and just experience the game. And
so you remember when they had the earthquake then, huh?
Yeah. I was living in the Bay Area in '89.
Damn. Okay, that was a big deal.
89, whatever that was. Yeah, I think 89.
89, I think.
Yeah, and that was the Bay Bridge series.
Yeah.
With So yeah, good. So lived in the Bay Area during like the Bonds era and right before they won the 3, I guess they maybe won 1 before I left, and then they won 2 after. I think it was 7, 9, and 11. They kept winning them on the odd years, but yeah, I mean, as a Padre fan, it was horrible. Shout out to my Giants friends, though. I have many, so I gotta and Dodger friends. Hey, baseball's coming around. Are you ready?
Yeah, spring training's going on right now. I always start out paying attention to it, but then I fall off like 30, 40 games in.
I hear you.
So long, man.
Hey, man, I just want to say thanks so much for joining me today, man. It's been a blast. Next time we get together, hopefully we'll be in the same room, sharing that same blunt and, doing our next podcast.
Hell yeah, man. That'll be a lot of fun, man. Yeah, I've never done anything like this before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you being on. Hopefully some of your patients and friends and family will get to experience you on the show and see how cool and awesome that you are. And we'll get you on again. And if there's anyone that you think I should have on the show, you got to let me know.
Absolutely.
That way we can keep this rolling. We're going to have some more people from Cannabis Care are definitely on. So shout out to our homies over there. And, but yeah, other people in the industry, just anyone that's, passionate about cannabis, let's get them on the show.
Yeah, that's the thing though. But do a lot of people like to talk about it? The people that are in it? Because that's what I'm finding out. Like, none of people like to share too much information on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some do and some don't. It's been one of the challenges. I started this podcast last summer, and it started out gangbusters with, enthusiasm as far as people wanting to be on the show and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then, it kind of waned a bit. But I don't attribute that to people not being as open. I just think that you just got to find the right people. And it's kind of like Sarah, Mark and Sarah were on the show, and it brought, me to you and things like that. So maybe that'll open up some other doors. But man, I just appreciate your time, my brother. There you go. Get a good hit in. People on Stir the Pot.
Yeah, get Virgil on here, man.
I talked to him. He definitely will eventually be into it. He's a busy man, so we'll make that happen. Yeah, we are powered by Stables Media. My name is Greno. His name is Eric Estrada. We're going to play some funky, cool music on the outro here. So let me find that really quick for you guys. Pay a couple bills. Sunday Spin on Sunday with Rob Brewer, myself, and Mr. Vinny G, 2 o'clock Pacific. We'll be back on Stir the Pot with some new episodes. Got the 420 special and the 4.20 Stir the Pot. Eric, I want to get you involved with that. That's going to be a smoke session, late night, shit talking type of thing that we're going to do. So it's got to be, you got to like sports. You can't be one of these. You got to be able to talk some shit, So I know you're down for the count. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we have a Gmail, stirthepotco@gmail.com. Questions, comments, suggestions for the show. Facebook page, Stir the Pot. YouTube channels, Stables Media, Technicolor Dreams. Man, there's a lot to say. I think that's about it, man. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. Eric, go make some people smile.
For sure. Happy birthday, my sister Celine. She turns 29 tomorrow. Celine, happy birthday.
Good looking out.
Yeah, man.
Wow. That's perfect. Happy birthday. And again, this show is dedicated to Danya Quinones and Mr. Gino Russo, both in a better place. We love you all. We thank you so much for tuning in to Stir the Pot. I'm with Eric Estrada. Next time, we're going to be on our motorcycles. He's Punch. And this is Stir the Pot. You guys have a great day. Like I say, you got to stay sexy, baby.
Do it.
See you soon. Oh, cut that rug. Go smoke it up, everybody. Make this day a good one, each and all. Love your brothers, love your sisters, love your mothers. Love everybody, but love that cannabis, too. Stir the pot. We'll see you next time.